Hey, what is up everyone, I'm Starlord and welcome back to another Console Mods Weekly episode, week number 2. Remember, Console Mods Weekly is brought to you by Loot Crate, which do awesome gaming bundles and pop culture collectibles. This month's crate is Dystopia, which will actually include something from Fallout, so please make sure that you go into the description and use code STARLORD for 10% off. With that being said, let's get moddy with it. Okay, kicking it off with our first awesome mod of the week is Costume Party by ANDRECX, which I'm pretty sure is a toilet paper brand in the UK. So have you ever been running through Far Harbour and thought, holy dog biscuits, I would love to replace dog meat with one of those awesome looking glowing wolves? Well guys, wonder no more. This mod gives you the ability to create lots of different costumes that you can then go and apply to all of your followers and settlers, including Dogmeat. Not only can you apply them to your followers, but you can actually wear these costumes for yourself, since they are just costumes that you go and create at your chem's workbench. There are a lot of base game costumes to choose from, and the mod creator is always expanding quite a lot. The costumes that are available so far are the iBots, the alien, synths, wolves, and a few more if you actually have the DLC. I have to say though, my favourites are probably the wolves and the synths, as they just look badass. And slightly creepy. Okay, here is a few for you settlement builders, and the first mod is called Renovated Furniture by aesfocus, which adds over 100 new, clean and retextured chairs, couches, bookcases, beds and even carpets, because nobody really wants to sit on a 20-year-old bed that Marcy Long has slept in. Oh, and I bet you're asking yourself, wait, is that a Cortana picture over in the corner there? Well yes, my eagle-eyed friend, it is! That is the MadeleleineINK pictures by Tenamil, which is absolutely awesome. This mod adds in over 30 unique artwork pictures in your game, from the Vault Girl to a female Han Solo and even Rogue from X-Men, which I have to say looks pretty awesome next to my bed. Ahamana. In all seriousness, it looks pretty awesome and the artwork is superb. And this strange looking woman on the platform is no mortal human, but only an advanced mannequin, which was created by mod author Cobalt1, which gives us the ability to place any item and weapon onto them. It's kinda creepy, but all in all, from the renovated furniture to the custom detailed artwork and the mannequin, I think all of these mods work absolutely perfect for each other. They are all compatible and they do look great for pretty much any settlement, even if the woman version of the mannequin looks slightly like Michael Jackson and her eyes never open. If I'm honest, that is a bit more of an improvement to the male version of the mannequin, which looks like he's just escaped from a prison for dealing drugs in Mexico for a few years. All in all, very awesome mods for settlement builders, and just in case you're wondering how I got the Windows 10 and Mac PCs, go and check week 1 of my mod showcase to find out what mod it is. And our first weapon of the episode is an absolute destroyer called the Cross Plasrail by Niero. When I look at the green variant of this weapon, I just feel like Nvidia have decided to create a gun, and this is the awesome death weapon that left their testing labs. It just looks that amazing. Everything from the little fluid tubes to the different types of camo and prints that you can actually put on this weapon makes it so unique. It even has a little hollow reflection that shows you the charge rate of the gun. It kind of reminds me of something from Halo, which I have to admit is not a bad thing at all. The Plasrail includes 5 barrels that alter the mechanics of the firing, 6 internal cores that alter the charge up of the weapon, a tactical flashlight, which is awesome by the way, along with a ton of awesome scopes, stocks and slides, and also gives you the choice of 30 colours, 5 patterns and 2 traditional textures. Damn, that was a mouthful to say. That is seriously the awesome amount of mods that you can attach to this weapon. The firing modes include a disc launcher, which is absolutely amazing, a crystallizer, a standard use, a burst flamer, and even an arc cannon, so I'm pretty sure you guys won't have any trouble finding the firing type that is suitable for your character. Also should mention that these weapons can be found scattered around the wasteland on legendary enemies, but you can also craft it at your weapons workbench. Now, for all of you lore lovers out there, the mod creator has even made this weapon lore friendly by adding how this advanced, mysterious Chinese energy weapon actually made its way into the hands of the Institute, which I've got to admit, that is very awesome of him. There is a couple of terminals scattered around the wasteland that you can go and find, and it does actually give some background info about this awesome weapon. Next up is the T49 Armor of the Storyteller by unoctium, which is probably the most badass armor I have ever seen in the Fallout series so far. Probably the most notable thing about this armor is the way it looks, as the mod author didn't really add any lore, but we can ignore that because it does give us the White Death. What, little Billy? You don't know what the White Death is? Well, let me introduce you to your new favourite custom paint job of Fallout 4. Yes everybody, take a second, feast your eyes, because that right there is the White Death, and it looks friggin' awesome. But not a fan? Don't worry, choose from the Institute to the Railroad, and even an awesome Desert Army camo of your choice. As I said, there is no real lore about how this armor got in Boston, but you can find the power armor frame outside Vault 111, then find the various pieces scattered around your old sanctuary home and in Red Rocket. Our next mod is one that I felt never got enough coverage in the first week of release. This is the Dogmeat Backpack mod by Higeyosi. This mod creator gives us something that we didn't actually know we wanted until we actually saw it. Yes, an awesome, lore-friendly backpack for man's bestest friend in the whole wide world. This backpack mod comes in 3 different sizes, both small, medium and large, which all hold their respective carry weight. They can all be crafted at the chemistry workbench by parting with some cloth, leather and steel, and I've got to say, the best thing about this week's episode is that the customization for all of these mods is amazing, and the backpack mod doesn't disappoint on that front. You can choose from either Nuka, Railroad, Institute and even more styles for this backpack. And thank you very much to all of the console community due to the high demand of wanting a backpack for our character, as Higeyosi has just now updated this mod to actually contain its own standalone backpack for our character, which again can also be customized to your liking. Our second to last mod is the Lone Dovahkiin Dragon Shouts by casonjess. Honestly guys, I have not had this much fun with a mod for a long time. The Lone Dovahkiin adds a lot of different dragon shouts that you can find in Skyrim to our wasteland. This mod is fairly new to both the Nexus and Bethesda.net, but I have to say, for it being only in version 2, this is a really must download mod. It does add various things such as Fire Breath, Force Breath, Ice Form, and even my favourite Unrelenting Force. Simply once you actually enable a mod, you go into your inventory and under aid you will find a couple of different shouts. You simply just then add them to your hotkey and then you can start using them in the game. For a little while this mod actually got taken down from Bethesda.net for including the original audio files from Skyrim, but I can happily tell you guys right now that this is now back up on Bethesda.net and available to download right away. Of course, as always, download links are in the description. Also, I forgot to mention, but you can actually slow down time with this mod. It is awesome. Look at Marcy Long, she's like a bloody spaghetti. And finally, we have the M1 Garand by Leo2Link. I know a lot of people, especially my viewers, have been waiting for this weapon to become available, and to be honest, I have too. It's a really great weapon, it's not too overpowered, and it does fit in with the game's lore. Unfortunately, it is in early stages and the mod author is always upgrading it. Unfortunately, as of yet, we cannot actually put any kind of modifications onto the weapon, but it is just a great weapon anyway. Anyhow, that has been it for week 2 of console mods. If you did enjoy it, remember to give a like and please comment what your favorite mod of this episode was. And don't forget to go over to Loot Crate and use the promo code STARLORD for 10% off, guys. There are a lot of awesome crates that you can get from Loot Anime, Loot Gaming, and even this month a legendary Halo crate, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, don't forget to tune in next week for episode 3 of Console Mods Weekly. And until next time, I've been Starlord. See ya!